Ranger Slayer is awesome. Welcome back to Reamlore, and today we are talking about the debut of the Ranger Slayer in the comic Go-Go Power Rangers. I've looked at the first 8 issues and now we're checking out issues 9 through 12, aka the storyline featuring the Ranger Slayer. This storyline was also a tie-in with the main book and its Shattered Grid storyline, where the Rangers fought an alternate timeline Tommy called Lord Draken who took over his world with the Ranger Sentry Army. For context, Go-Go Power Rangers, the prequel series, was running at the same time as the main book. So I'll go over Lord Draken in due time, but for now we're sticking to Go-Go Power Rangers. With all that said, my name is Rocko from Reamlore, and let's dive in. By the way, if you're new here, make sure to like and subscribe. We upload videos just like this one on our Reamlore channel. Subscribing is completely free and you can always change your mind. We're trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, so if you subscribe it would mean a lot to us. So the Rangers are doing their thing, fighting monsters, when they meet evil Kimberly from the dark future I just mentioned. Instead of being the perky pink ranger, she's the Ranger Slayer, with the black outfit and a cool cape. You may also notice she has the Sword of Darkness, except it's a bow. For this review, to make it easier to distinct the Pink Rangers, I'm going to call Ranger Slayer Kim. In the main Power Rangers book, Draken was taken prisoner, so Ranger Slayer was sent back in time to retrieve him. But she went too far back and she's stuck here because of stuff Draken was doing in the main book. Since she's, evil, Kim tries to kill the Rangers with her Grave Zord, which was built from the destroyed Zords in Draken's timeline. It can also shrink down, which is really cool. But thankfully, Kim destroys the bow, which frees her evil self, and she's good again. And to keep from spoilers, Zordon orders Kim to not tell them anything about the future in case it could mess up the timeline. We also get backstory on Ranger Slayer, as when Draken took over, Kim helped form a resistance and is running around with AU Bulk. While trying to survive, Kim sees AU Matt die from his wounds. Filled with rage, Kim goes to kill Draken. It doesn't go well, and Draken mind controls her with the same spell Rita used on him in the Green with Evil saga. From there, Draken gave her the Pterodactyl coin, the Bow of Darkness, and she became the Ranger Slayer. There's character stuff throughout the storyline as well, the biggest going to Kimberly. Her parents are now divorced. In the show, her parents were divorced, but they acted like adults and still showed up for Kimberly. Their comic counterparts, however, are the absolute worst. They argue constantly in front of Kimberly and everyone, and they even got Zach fired from his job for no reason. And now that they are divorced, they try to one-up each other with who can get more parent points with Kimberly. So with this and her evil future self, Kimberly is worried she's going to become an awful person, and her arc is overcoming those worries, courtesy of her future self, saying life is full of problems, which is why you have to find joy in the stupid fun in-between moments. It's a great message that really everyone can take to heart. Kudos there. The story continues when Kim talks to Draken, saying she will kill him, while the Rangers fight some monsters. And we get a cool scene with the Grave Zord merging with the Megazord to form the Mega Grave Zord, which is awesome. They win while Kim finds Tommy and shoots a green crystal into his chest, which will play a factor in Shattered Grid. Kim then meets up with Grace Sterling, who will be important later in the story. Matt, meanwhile, in this book, realized his abduction and the Rangers are connected and that he's special somehow. So how does he investigate? Look for clues, talk to witnesses, maybe do some research? Nope, he just runs headfirst into a Megazord battle for no reason. This is a very good example of Matt being really dumb. Okay, Matt was a fine character thus far, kinda charming, but this is where I stopped liking him. Because thanks to Kim spilling the beans, Matt finds out his friends are the Rangers, and instead of trying to get answers, he scolds them all, breaks up with Kimberly, and the storyline ends with Matt walking out on all of them. What a jerk! He doesn't even consider the possibility there was a good reason they didn't tell him, or the fact that they've saved the city over a dozen times already. They're clearly good people, but that doesn't matter because Matt was left out of the loop, and Matt is what's really important to Matt. The truth is, Matt doesn't need to know about their lives as Rangers. It's none of his business. This is an important job, something they were chosen to do, and something they keep to themselves. Here, Matt is so entitled. He thinks he needs to know everything about his friends when that's not how friendship works. This is the equivalent of your partner finding out you go out late at night to volunteer at a dog shelter and dumps you because you didn't tell them. This is one of the reasons why I didn't like Matt at first. He is so selfish and self-centered throughout this whole arc and for the rest of Go-Go Power Rangers. Now that would be fine if he had a character arc in this series. Random example, what if he switched lives with one of the other Rangers and he realizes how hard this task is and how important being a Power Ranger really is? That would have been a nice character arc, but we don't get that, and he really doesn't have an arc throughout this series. He's a minor side character. Ending on kind of a tangent there, but regardless, the storyline was great. Ranger Slayer is one of the many new characters made in these comics that have become fan favorites. Check out the storyline if you haven't already. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all later.